questions, feel free to. Okay.
Sorry, that was me. I'm going to record because I know that there's some people that aren't able to make it today, and there's a lot of really great information that's going to be thrown around here. So we want to be able to provide everybody with a recording after this.
Cool.
Sorry, Jen, that cut you off. Were you saying something?
I was just going to say, if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to throw it in the chat, and I'll be monitoring that and I can answer while Tammy's talking, and then while I'm talking, we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start by introducing Elite Marketing. So Elite Marketing is a marketing agency, and we are servicing all of Ontario right now. We have, sorry, there's still people coming in. We have gone down south. We have worked with people out in the west and out of the east. So we've kind of been all over the place. We are just south of Stouffville right now, working with small businesses. We originally started 3 years ago with real estate, working with exclusively with real estate agents, and now we've branched out to work with all kinds of small businesses, which is absolutely amazing and so much fun. A little bit about what we do before the experts come on. This is a social media webinar. So our goal here today is teach you 4 main things. Number 1 is algorithms. So how to get your algorithms working in your favor. That's going to be Tammy, because she is the algorithm queen. We have Tammy Hudgens here all the way from BC, and Jen all the way from Uxbridge, Ontario, 2 of our social media managers. And Jen, of course, the owner of Elite. We're going to teach you about content, what kind of content you should be posting. Engagement, so important. How you should probably be engaging and the power of engaging. And then most importantly, ultimately, how to grow your business 10% in 90 days. So these 2 wonderful ladies are going to teach you all that fun stuff. I'm going to tell you just a little bit more about Elite, and then we'll get into it. We do have 3 different divisions within Elite. One is photography. So in the real estate world, that is listing photography, headshots, drone, iGuides, virtual tours, and that also extends out into our small businesses. So we are going into small businesses and doing bio videos of your business. You can use that however you see fit on your social media, which we'll talk about a little bit today. And headshots as well for small business owners. Then we have graphic design, and this is everything from postcards, geographic farming, newsletters, business cards, presentation folders on the real estate side, your buyer's guide and your seller's guide, listing presentations. And then we have our social media department, which Jen and Tammy are gonna take away today. So at the end of this, I will be posting a link to book a free one-on-one social media needs assessment. If you have questions or want to work with one of us one-on-one, it's totally free. You get about a half hour of our time, and you can ask any questions, personal to your own business, and we can work with you to kind of find out, where to go from here. We work with some small businesses that don't even have accounts, to some people who have accounts and are doing it but just don't have the time or just don't know what content to post. So everybody's individual, and all of our packages and what we do is 100% customizable, which is kind of cool. So ladies, which one of you is going to take the floor first? Tammy. All right, Tammy, go for it.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. This is like my favorite thing to do is teach. So my name is Tammy Hudgen, and I'm working in behind the scenes with Elite Marketing. And we're going to talk about a couple of different elements in regards to your social media. Now, most of the elements can apply to all platforms, but you'll hear me drop Facebook a lot. That's the main platform I work with. However, what you're going to learn today will apply pretty much across the board. So right off the bat, we're going to talk algorithms, because no matter what you do, in the end, the algorithms is the key element for absolutely everything you do on social media, no matter which platform. And an algorithm is a computer coded program that when you go and publish a post, the algorithm looks at it and makes a decision. And that decision is who should see your content, who should see that post that you just published. So I want to break that algorithm down for you, because I think once you understand the algorithms and how it rates you, it will change the way you do your marketing. Okay. So right at the top, the algorithm is first going to look at what type of content you're publishing. So if you do a live video, it is rated the highest, meaning it will receive the most organic reach. So this is without any engagement happening. When you initially upload or do the live, the algorithms will organically push you out to a certain percentage. What that percentage is going to vary right across the board. It depends on how active you are on social media. And if you're not active, the algorithms are really not in your favor anyways, okay? But lives are rated number 1. If you're not comfortable doing lives and you prefer to do a recorded videos or hire Elite Marketing to come in and do videos for you, then those are rated number 2. Then when you write content with a visual that is just a picture, that comes next, and then a visual with text, and then no text. Links, if you were to write a post and you pasted a link that auto-populated the image, the algorithms really are not in your favor. The algorithms don't like to send traffic away from their platforms, so you'll still get visibility. So for example, if you were doing a listing, if you're a real estate agent, you're doing a listing, and you want to drive traffic over to MLS, and you write your blurb and you paste in the link, and it automatically will auto-populate and show you whatever's sitting on MLS. That's a direct link. So what happens is people, when they click on the visual, it automatically takes them to wherever you're driving them. Facebook especially does not like that. They want to keep people on their platform. So if you're going to use links, just know on that particular post, you're not going to get a ton of visibility. Okay. That's really where it's hindering you. So live, recorded video, meaning you could open up a Zoom, record a video, and then upload it. A visual with no text, a visual with some text, and then no visual. Okay, that's your order. So that helps you start to plan the type of content, how you're going to get the format of the content, whether you're going to do video, whether you're going to do written. Okay, next thing, it then breaks it down and goes, okay, so based on this post and the engagement that you start getting, they will then push you out to even more news feeds. So if I do a post on my business page and both Megan and Jen come in and they leave comments, when they leave comments, it triggers the algorithm at that point to say, oh, there are some people who are interested in what Tammy just posted. So let's see who else might be interested. And they will push that content into more of your followers' news feeds. Okay, so engagement is really important. Now, engagement is also rated. So organic reach on engagement, number 1 is sharing. So when your posts get shared into multiple places, whether you share it into Messenger, whether you share it into a group, whether you share it on your personal timeline, any number of shares will get you probably the most, not probably, it will get you the most visibility organically. They rate shares highest. Then it's comments. So I could write a post and get, 10 comments and 0 shares. I will reach maybe, I'm going to say about 150 people, okay, with 10 comments, which seems like nothing. And that tells you how much work is involved in getting the algorithms working in your favor. But if I had like 10 comments and 5 shares on that post, now I'm going to hit around 400 people. So the shares is going to push you over the top in essence. You don't have to go and boost a post. You know how they recommend you want more people to see this post, invest and boost it. You don't have to. To do 5 shares will probably get you about $25 worth of a boosted post. right? What you invest there is probably going to get you about the same visibility. So think about that. And then reactions. So, when people respond by liking or loving the post, that's rated at the bottom. And there are rumors that they're going to eliminate that element from the algorithm. You'll still be able to react to a post, but it won't actually count. That means shares and comments are your key players here. Okay, you've already gone with the algorithms on visually what your post is. So I write a post and I decide to do just a visual with no text. I'm going to hit a certain number of people organically, but in order for more people to see it, I need the shares and I need the comments. Now you have to keep in mind with this, when it comes to sharing, there are two things you need to know. One, Facebook does not reward business pages for sharing. They only reward people. So when you're on your business page and you click the share button underneath a post, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go into Elite. Oh, Megan, can you do the, thank you.
Yeah.
And while I do that, I will get the Elite open. All right, and then I will be ready. There we go. Okay, so let me go back here, share screen. So let me just visually show you what I'm talking about. So if I'm on Elite Marketing, okay, and right now I'm sitting on here as my business page, okay, not my personal, it's my Elite Marketing. When I go to hit the share button underneath a post, this is the only options you're going to receive. And the only way you can share it into a group is if you've joined that group as your business page. Okay. So this is why you only see one group listed, because we've only joined one group as our business page. Personally, I don't recommend you join groups as your business page. When you do these types of shares, they actually don't count in the algorithm because business pages do not get recognized. Only people do. So here's what your key is, okay? Now, just know right now, Facebook, and you should see it within, there's probably only about a day or two left. Facebook has now changed the format of business pages. So be prepared when you go to your business page next time. It might tell you that it's flipped and it's visually going to look different. So Elite has not physically changed over yet, but you guys should be seeing it in another day or two, okay? So just be aware, guys, things are going to be a little bit different when you go to your business page moving forward. But what I want to do here is when I come to my business page and I want to physically share, the first thing you want to do is underneath the cover photo over to the right, you see a little profile picture here. You need to click on this and change it to your personal. By changing it to your personal, it's a person that's sharing, and that's the key. When a person shares, even if you're the admin of your business page, you're not recognized as the admin when you do the shares. You're just recognized as a person. So what we're doing is tricking the algorithm into believing we have all these people sharing our posts, but we're really doing it ourselves. So once I change it to Tammy, I go now to the post, click share, and now I have a ton of options available. I can share it to my news feed. I can share it in a story. I can send it to someone in Messenger. I can share it into the different groups. I can share it even on a friend's profile. So I'm just going to click share to groups so you can visually see. And as you can see, all the groups that I have joined as Tammy are listed here. And now I can start sharing into these groups. Okay. The key here that you want to get to help yourself grow with your algorithms, I encourage you to get in the habit of sharing your content into a variety of groups, 3 to 5 different groups per day. So Monday to Friday, 3 to 5 groups. And if you start doing that, what you're going to notice is underneath the posts, I just got to flip back now to Elite in order to see my insights. But what you're going to see is under here where it says 109 people reached. As soon as you start doing shares, and if you can do the 3 to 5 shares per post, okay, per day, if you want, this number is going to start to reach around 300. So instantly, you've already increased your algorithm to reach more people. So we're manipulating the algorithm or tricking them to believe we have engagement, and it's really just us doing it. Now, by doing that, we've tricked the algorithm to think we have visibility and engagement. So what they will do for us is they will then push our post into more news feeds of our followers. And eventually you won't have to do the shares anymore. Okay. For myself, I just don't do shares anymore. I mean, I might do a share if I think it's really important and I really want to get the message out on something I might be teaching. But overall, it's very rare that I do shares. And I've got my page, sitting around 400, 500 daily reach. So I'm happy with that. I'm not looking for monstrous numbers because the monstrous numbers aren't really going to do it for you. The key is getting people commenting. If you can get them commenting on your content, the algorithms will start to push your content into those news feeds on a daily basis. Okay, which leads me to consistency. Consistency is key. You can't just ignore your business page. You got to be putting content out there. Even if you're only doing 3 days a week, you need to be doing that minimum 3 days a week. I like to say 5, but minimum 3 days a week, you should be putting content out on your business page. You should be incorporating the shares. And then in turn, the algorithms will start pushing your content into more news feeds and you'll start increasing your visibility. Okay, so it's real, and I'm going to show you a really cool strategic way to work your personal timeline for the algorithms. But it's really important that you understand how those algorithms work. And when you understand them, you'll be able to come up with a marketing strategy that works around the algorithms. And you'll see a complete difference in the type of visibility you're getting. Okay. So having any questions on that before I jump into how to utilize it very strategically on your personal, because this is going to be my favorite thing to talk about. But any questions on understanding the algorithms, and those algorithms apply on all platforms. So you can take the same. Now, if you're using LinkedIn, for example, it's all going to work the same, right? It's all about engagement. That's the reality. If you don't get engagement, the algorithms are just not going to get your content out there. So here's a trick for you for LinkedIn. One of the features that people do not take advantage of is writing an article. So, when you go to write a post, one of your options is to choose article. Writing an article is just writing a blog, even right down to the formats. When you write an article, you can upload it, multiple photos, you can put multiple links, you can bold, italics, change colors, quoted, you can put the little quotes in there because they have a quoted option. So writing an article is like writing a blog. But when you publish an article in LinkedIn, they send a notification to all your followers, all of them. When we do a post, they don't. We just hope it goes into the feeds. So think about doing articles on LinkedIn. Even if you did twice a month, you published an article, it's just going to help to bring some extra visibility to you. All right. And on Instagram, stories is really your key element. Well, reels are number one, and then stories from an algorithm standpoint. So knowing that reels will automatically get the most organic reach, you should be looking at doing reels. And you can create reels, or you can have Elite Marketing do that for you. And then you can filter those reels into stories. And that's what's second from an algorithm standpoint on Instagram, right? So reels, stories, and then an actual written post. All right. So keep that in mind. Knowing what the algorithms rate you on will get you the more visibility that you need. Okay. So now I want to jump over to the personal. When we talk about algorithms, personal will always get the most organic reach, no matter what you do. It's just the way it is. And you're probably talking about 60% organic reach, which is huge, huge, because it goes personal timelines are ranked the highest for organic reach. Then groups, meaning if you belong to a variety of groups where you're networking and you're building relationships inside of those groups, whatever content you're publishing in those groups, the algorithms will push your content into the members news feed. So anyone else who's in the group with you will see more of your content from the group in their news feed. And then the last one is your business page. Organically, you're only hitting 1% of your following organically. And that sucks because 1% is only representing, in most cases, one person, right? So if you don't work the business page yourself to trick the algorithms, you're never really going to grow that organic reach. Okay, so if personal is where I get instantly the highest visibility, then I need to figure out, how do I use that? How do I take advantage of that? There are rules in Facebook. There's a gray area. The gray areas, Facebook states that if you're going to conduct business, you must have a business page. You are not allowed to create a personal account in a business name. No issues. That's cool. But where the gray area is, and you can search, you'll not find anything around this. And if you do, send it to me, because I can't find anything around this. The gray area is, it doesn't say I can't publish content on my personal timeline that's business. And they even give me a sharing feature from my business page to be able to share onto my personal. So they've already given me the okay to put my content just by sharing it. So it's just a gray area. There's no real rule that says you can't publish content on your personal, but everybody's afraid of it because they don't want their account to be shut down. So it's really going to be about being more strategic with the type of content. And Jen's going to be talking about content, but it'll come down to the type of content that you're putting out on your personal. But here's what I'm going to show you. This is a really cool way of building your personal to be to your advantage. So we have an element in Facebook, and they're called custom lists. And it's really what I'm going to show you for is not what this feature is for. But basically you can create, taking your friends, you can create custom lists of individuals. Okay, so what I want you to think about, I'm going to give you a little bit of a process here. What I want you to think about is making lists of potential clients. So who on your friends list is a potential client? And you're going to make a list of them. Who on your friends list are your peers? Who are the people you're learning from? Make a list of them. If you're looking for team members, who on your list are potential join my team people? Okay. Make a list of them. Another list you want to look at is, who are the networkers? Who are the people on your friends list that have built massive networks? Because those are key players for you. They've already done the work. They have built networks. So your goal is to build a relationship with that person. And if you can build the right relationship with them, they become someone who refers you or talks about you to their network. So you should have a list of people who have built those networks, right? They have 4,000 friends. They're working it. They're right from a business standpoint. They're out there. They're consistently getting engagement. Go look at their profiles, scroll through, see where the engagement's coming from, see what kind of activity they're getting, and then you'll add them to a list. So you want to do that as homework, is sit down and come up with I say 3 to 5 lists of what's really important to you, of the connections you're trying to make based on your goal. What is the goal that you're trying to achieve with your business? And based on that, come up with your list. All right, so now I'm going to show you what you can do with these lists. So I'm just going to click on home. I encourage you to do this from the computer, okay? Trying to do this from a phone app is you're going to get more frustrated. Now, once you create these lists, then you can work from your phone. Okay, but the setup, do it from here. So when you're sitting on Facebook and you're on the home tab, which is your news feed, down the left-hand side here, there's a tab called Friends. You're going to click on it. Under this list here, at the very bottom is something called custom lists. Okay, so custom lists. Now, what you want to do is you want to set up these lists. You can create the name or the top level of the list here, and then I'm going to take you to another place where you can add the people. I find it's a quicker step if we go somewhere else to do it. But once you come into this custom list, if you scroll right to the very bottom, let me get rid of my little notes. You're going to see right in the very bottom left-hand corner, it says create list and it's written in blue. So you're just going to click on that and be very specific on the names of your list. So potential clients, and just hit confirm. Now it's going to open up, and at this point, it's giving you an option to add friends. So you could click here and just start adding people. You can type in their name, whatever it is that you decide to do, okay? And you just drop them in, click them, and save changes, okay? You can set it up from here, or you can create all the lists. You don't have to add people. And what you're going to do, go to your personal timeline. So I'm going to click on my profile picture in the top right and click on my name to take me to my personal timeline. And then I'm going to click my friends tab under my cover photo on my personal timeline. And and this is where you can do the process a lot quicker once you have made the lists, okay? You can now go in here, and when you click the three dots next to somebody's name, you're going to see an option in here called Edit Friend List. And when you click on it, all the lists that you have created will be listed here. And you can just click on, and you can add a person to more than one list, okay? So I might decide that they're not just a potential client, they could be a potential team member, or potential client, but they could be a networking person. So I might end up adding them to a couple of different lists. And just as a side note, nobody sees these lists but you. So you never have to worry. Friends aren't going to see that you've put them on lists. So that's really cool. So you're going to go through the process of setting this up. Okay. I want you to do 3 to 5 lists. It really comes down to how many people you want to put on each list. Okay. Entirely up to you. Once you have this set up, this is now how you're going to take advantage of this and get the algorithms in your favor. Okay, so we know that engagement is key. And we know that when we engage with somebody, okay, well, you may not know this. So let me start that again. When you engage with someone, so if Jen and Jen posts something on Facebook and I comment. As soon as I comment, the algorithms link Jen and I together. As soon as I comment. Now, if I continue to comment and develop a conversation, so over the next week, every time Jen puts something out and I comment, I'm really just validating that I want to be connected with Jen. I really want to see her content. If I take that conversation with Jen into Messenger, it counts with the algorithms. If Jen and I are in the same group and she's done a post and I'm engaging inside the group, then I'm really validating that us two need to be joined together by the algorithms. And when this happens, it means that moving forward, Jen's going to start seeing my content in her news feed, and I'm going to start seeing her content in my news feed. So this is where you become strategic. All right. These lists is going to help you become strategic. So what you want to do is when you're on your home tab, you're going to go to your friends down the left, and you're going to go into your custom lists. And this is something that you want to get in the habit of doing on a daily basis. Okay. So you need to be strategic. Who are you focusing on this week? Who do you want to make sure is seeing your content? So if I go into my list, this is my task. I've got my list created and now it's Monday morning and I'm going to start my engagement. So I picked the list that I want to focus on for today. And I'm going to go to these people's profiles. Okay. I'm actually not going to go to, well, I'll go to this one, but she must be a new friend because I don't know who this is, which is really interesting. So you go to their timeline and you are strategically going to engage on their content. And the trick is you comment with a question. If I was just to like this, okay. So actually I'm gonna do Jen. Oh, I don't have that account. I have the elite one and bear with me. Oh here, I'll do one of these. Okay. So quite the storm last night, grateful for no tornado. So if I was just to react, counts as nothing really. The algorithm is just not interested in reactions. So it's really, it's really about commenting. And I could just comment with glad you're safe. And it will kind of die there in essence, right? Because I'm not forcing Doreen to respond to me. When you make comments, you want to force the person to respond to you. So asking a question is the key. So what did quite the storm last, grateful for no tornado. Did you get any videos of it? Okay. So by asking this question, she is now receiving a notification and she's got to come and answer me. And because she's going to answer me, I just really validated the algorithms. I really got them to join the two of us. And if you can keep that conversation going over the next week or whatever, so every day coming back to her timeline, find another post, comment with a question, get the algorithms joining the two of you on the people that you want to see your content. Okay. Now, where this is really valuable, never mind the fact that those people are going to start seeing your content, you can really work this system. If you have announcement that you want to make on Friday, something big, exciting is going to be happening, or you're announcing a new program, a new product, whatever it might be, a listing, anything that you want to do on your personal timeline, we're talking personal. And I know I want to do that on Friday. Whose eyes do you want on that post? And you should go from Monday to that Friday, you should be working that list. If it's, a new product, then you should be working your customer list because you should have a customer list, right? You should be going up, leading up to the Friday, every day going and engaging strategically on certain people's content. And then when you publish your post on Friday, the odds are so much in your favor that they are physically going to end up with that post in their news feed. Okay, so it's about being strategic. I know that we used Facebook to connect with family and friends, but it really comes down to taking those types of lists and going, who needs to see my content and how do I get them to see my content? You have to start the process. You have to be doing the engagement and force them to engage back to you. Any questions on how to use those strategic lists from an engagement? I can't stress the importance of this. Okay, this would work as well on your business page. The only problem is that you can't create these kind of lists on a business page. But with the new layout of the business pages, what you're going to end up doing moving forward is start following a ton of business pages that with your business page, because in the new layout, you will have a business page news feed. And the news feed will only show you content from other business pages that you are following from your business page. That's the new layout. So you'll be able to at least, with this new news feed that's coming, you'll be able to strategically start engaging on other business pages content, and it will show your business name. So keep that in your back of your mind that you'll be able to do some strategic engagement that way. You just won't have lists to work with to keep you more organized. But your personal timeline, guys, is your biggest bang for your buck. It is going to just automatically get you the most visibility. So it's time to start thinking strategically on how you're going to build your personal timeline and get strategic messages out there without directly selling every single day. Okay. Any questions around any of that stuff? Awesome. So now that leads us into Jen, and she's going to talk about content.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so I'm going to discuss two topics today. One is going to be what kind of content you should be posting, and the other is how to grow your business by 10% in 90 days. So here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is being purposeful. Tammy mentioned that, and that's really important. We're not just going in and posting things randomly. Start with the plan. What is the idea? What is the purpose of all of this? Is it to increase your following, increase your revenue, build your brand awareness? Whatever it is, be strategic to get to that end goal. So the thing about increasing your following, yes, that's amazing. If it's quality over quantity. There is no sense in having a ton of followers, thousands and thousands of people who live across the world or, have no potential in ever using your services. That's just a waste of your time and effort and your algorithms. I would way rather have, 100 solid potential leads and clients that follow us than I would have millions of people. So be really clear with yourself about what the purpose of these accounts are, and each platform could have a different purpose as well. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, think about those platforms and what they offer and what your purpose is. Next, we want to talk a bit about your brand and your brand voice. A brand is far more than just a logo. Your brand is who you are and who your company is and how the world perceives that. And your brand voice is how you speak to them. You can see that some brands are, soft and calm and compassionate, and others are very in your face. You have to decide as a business owner who you are and how you speak to your clients. And that will dictate the tone of your account. And that can even change within each platform too. So Instagram, you may have a different tone than you are on LinkedIn. LinkedIn tends to be a little more professional, and Instagram a little bit more casual. So let's talk a bit about, now that we know what your purpose is and what your brand voice is, about your content. It's really, really, really important that you get personal. And I understand that a lot of us struggle with that. I struggle with that too. And that doesn't mean, sharing your feelings and emotions on Instagram, but it does mean letting your clients or your followers know who you are and what your business is all about. Our business is a little bit wacky and fun, and we have a good time at work, and we don't mind showing that on our social media, because that's what we do. We eat a lot of cinnamon buns, and we don't mind posting about that. We also we work hard too. We don't have a ton of posts about that, but we do. So here's what you're going to do for your content. You're going to make a list of the different types of posts you're going to make. Then you're going to follow through with those posts. We're going to analyze how each different type of post is performing. I do this every single week with my clients. We sit down, we say, okay, these are the analytics from last week, last month, whatever. These types of posts are doing really, really well. These ones aren't doing so good. So you know what? We're going to scrap the sports posts, say, and we're gonna replace it with something else. So these analytics are constantly changing, and it's important that you stay on top of them to see what's working and what's not. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time on posts that may not work. Here are a list of types of posts that you could be using, and it will vary from business to business. Do not focus on just one. Mix it up and always follow the 80-20 rule. I want to see 80% should be photos and videos of you and your staff or interesting things. It should not just be all graphics. Nobody is going to pay attention to that page. Nobody is going to follow that page. It is not interesting. We get the highest number of clicks and reach from seeing people's faces. I don't know why. Human nature is what it is, and we like to see people and sort of get to know them. And in the end, it is about getting to know, like, and trust who you're doing business with. And those who are showing people that are going to get more business. So here are some types of posts that we use with our clients, and we see a lot of great results. Testimonials, really important. Education of your business or your industry. Industry news, regarding real estate, for example, interest rates just went up. That's something that agents need to tell their following about, but it shouldn't be, every post. It just one is okay. Humor, it's great. Getting to know the business and the team. That's really important. If you own, say, a salon in Stouffville, we want to see, who are your stylists? What do you guys do every day? What does your salon look like inside? Oh, you guys just got a new, hair dryer. Let's look at that. Inspirational quotes are always good. Results and statistics. This is where you can brag about yourself a little bit. The testimonials are great because other people are bragging about you, but this is how you can brag. So, if you're getting really great results for somebody and they're really, really happy, go ahead and put those on. It's important for other people to see your successes and why they should be coming to you. We do some posts about further education and courses. When we take a course or up our skills in any sort of way, we let people know about it because it's interesting. Products and services. I mean, a lot of companies, that's all they post. These are our products and these are our services. It's important that those posts be there, but sprinkled in, because otherwise just posts about services and products are not interesting. And any other exciting news for your business. Recently, Megan's dog came in a few times, and Brindle, and she's now our office mascot. So we posted about that, and everybody loves to see a puppy. And that was exciting for us to have Brindle for 2 days. Other things that you could and should be posting, if you're a hyper local based business, say you sell a product and it's within a certain geography would be your client base. Community news, community events, relying on your community, tagging people who are in your community, showing love for your community, really, really important stuff. I happen to be on the committee for the Strawberry Festival, and I do all of their marketing. And it was just such a fun account to manage. It still is. I'm still managing it. And it's just super community based and hyper local. And I love everything about it. It's also really great to promote local businesses, because everything we went through with COVID, businesses were shutting down. People are so appreciative if you just spotlight them a little bit in a post. If you, have your cup of coffee from Red Bulb Cafe and you just, got my morning coffee this morning, and you tag them, and even if you know the owner, you can tag him as well. Little things like that go a long way in the community. The law of reciprocity, because you've just plugged them, maybe they'll be inclined to plug you too. And even if not, you're helping support a local business who could probably really use it right now. So that's a good type of post to do. You can also partner with local businesses, which is always appreciated. And it's a great way to grow your network as well. So there are about, 15 types of posts you can and should be using. Don't just go randomly throwing out posts here and there. Think about it, have a list. I like to print out a calendar, just a little calendar off my computer, and then I write in manually. Today, we're going to do a testimonial. Tomorrow will be education, and then a funny post. And I just go through that way, and then it's all planned. And then I base the posts off of that. So that's a little bit about content. Next, analytics. We talked a little bit about that. You really want to take the time and analyze what's working and what's not. Otherwise, you are just wasting your time. If anyone needs a hand looking into or how to do the analytics, give me a call. I'm happy to walk you through it. It's important that you do it. Tammy spoke a bit about the sort of the hierarchy of what types of posts you should be doing and the way the algorithms reward that. So keep that in mind. Your purpose is to get out and be seen by as many people as possible, quality followers. So get out there and do videos and do reels. And if you're doing reels, add the trending music. That's going to increase who's going to see it by about 10 times. Trending music is really important for reels. Again, if you need a hand figuring out how that works. Yeah, Tammy?
Just keep in mind, if you're doing reels in TikTok, you have no issues with music. But if you download it and go to put it into Facebook, for example, if Facebook will do a review of it and they could mute your video. So be very careful with the music that you choose. You really want to look for copy-free music, and that way Facebook won't mute it out.
Yep, that is important.
Yeah.
Thankfully, with Instagram, when you put the trending music on right away, it's all good. It's all license free and you're okay to use it. So just be mindful and try and get comfortable with video. That's really important. There's rumors that Instagram might be going strictly video. So be prepared, get comfortable, do it now, and you're going to be rewarded through the algorithms. The fourth point I want to talk about is engaging. Tammy did an awesome job of explaining how all of that works, and that's amazing. Again, we're going to be purposeful. You're not just going to engage with anybody who comments on your stuff. Certainly respond and all of that. You're going to go out and find the people that you want to engage with. They should be potential clients. Tammy taught me a trick, I don't know, a year or so ago, and I find it works like a charm, and everybody seems to get really good results off this. So when you have a post that you're going to want other people to see, which is most of your posts, what you do is you go in 10 minutes before you're going to post that post, and you engage with key people 10 minutes before, then you go and post it. And then 10 minutes after, spent on your feed engaging, ideally with a question, and ideally they'll respond back. Everybody you've engaged with, that post is going to be pushed out to them. What a great way to capitalize on algorithms through engagement that cost you nothing. It cost you 20 minutes of your time, and there you're going to see a return in your revenue because you did that. So that's a great little trick. Thank you, Tammy. I like it. We use it all the time, and it's super helpful. So how to grow your business by 10%. So basically we need people, your potential clients, to know, like, and trust you. And how we're going to do that is by being purposeful, have a plan, be consistent, establish your brand, establish your voice. You should not be all over the place with your colors and your fonts and your tone and what you're posting. Be purposeful and make a plan. Your content, you now have different types of posts you can post, different platforms that you can post it on, different types of videos and reels and stories and text posts and graphic posts, all those kinds. Feel free to utilize those. And then another thing we're going to do is talk about captions. When you're writing captions for a service, let's say, there's 3 elements to that. One is your hook. You want something really, really strong to get them in. And something might be, how to be debt-free in 9 months, whatever it may be. So that will be your hook. Just whatever it is you do, how you can really help people when you're writing your captions, start with your hook. The rest is going to be the meat, and that'll explain what your service does and why it will help them. And then lastly is a call to action. All 3 elements, and the call to action would be contact us today, sign up for our newsletter, read our blog post, call me. All 3 elements are really important in your posts. If you miss any of them, you may not see the results. So caption and content writing is really important as well. So that's really going to help grow your following and grow your sales too, because they now have, they're now drawn in, they have the information, and they know what to do to make that happen and how you're going to help them. We talked about analyzing and adjusting based on that. Constantly analyze and adjust your numbers. Look at the numbers and see what's working and what's not. We talked about purposeful engagement. Try and be purposeful in everything you do on social media. I understand it's entertaining, and you're sort of, a lot of people are just out there for fun, but you now have this platform that can grow your business. Use it purposefully. Respond to direct messages within a decent amount of time, because people get distracted easily and move on to the next thing if you're not there. And the last and most important thing is to just be consistent. Be consistent. If you're going to do this, do it right and do it often. There's no sense in wasting 2 weeks of your time by trying it out and it doesn't work and then giving up. Have a plan, stick to the plan, get some scheduling software, put it all up there, be consistent. So that's how I truly believe, and I've done it myself. We've grown our business by over 10% in 90 days by utilizing these principles. And I think you all can too. Does anyone have any questions about any of that? No? All right. Okay, so that's it for me. Again, Meg mentioned if anybody would like to do a 20-minute free needs assessment, sign up. I'm happy to have a chat with you and help you grow your business through social media.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Tammy. So I've put the link in the chat, and I'm going to leave them contact info as well. So social media needs assessment, but also like branding, geographic farming, like there's so many different prospecting methods that we have to grow our small businesses. So if you have questions about any of that, please contact us. And hopefully we can help where, small businesses helping other small businesses. And after COVID and through COVID, we found a lot of great connections through local small businesses. So yeah, thank you to those who joined us today. Tammy, Jen, thank you so much. I hope that you were able to take something away for your business. Is there anything else that Jen or Tammy want to add before we sign off here? Are there any questions? I know that a lot of people are just kind of like working and listening at the same time. So I totally get it.
I just really want to validate what Jen said about the consistency. It's all it takes. If you're consistent, you'll build.
Right.
If you're sporadic, you won't. It just doesn't matter, right? You have to be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, with anything, social media, farming, any kind of prospecting method.
I was working out for 2 weeks and it didn't do anything, so I quit. I don't know why it didn't work.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for your time. Happy Thursday. For those of you driving, please drive safe.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you,
Take
everyone.
care.